And finally, I say finally, it's Friday. With any luck, everyone will behave all weekend long. And if not, y'all need to take a couple of days off. Stay home, be nice. Is that just
Chill.
too much to ask? Chill and chill. You will be able to do today. Good morning, y'all. This is live and local real talk, and I'm Rayford Brown.
And good morning. Stay warm. I'm Lee Barrows.
And in the far corners of outer Mongolia, there's Chris out there somewhere.
Somewhere out there.
Yeah, he's out there.
Chris.
He's chilling.
Yeah,
He's chilling. A lot of people are chilling around here this morning. Temperatures are
Yes.
low 20s,
Yes.
low 20s in much of the area. So we'll be talking about that later
Burr.
on. But anyway, got a lot to do talking about, and a lot of it's tragic, and a lot of it's stupid,
Yes.
but
A lot of stupid.
on this date way back when, there was not that way back when, there was a child came upon this earth. What?
You're going to make me tear up.
What you cheering up about? Tearing up about?
Because you know how I am. I cry at everything.
About what?
About, I know what you're doing.
What am I doing?
Carry on.
I'm doing a little moment in history.
Oh,
This was a
moment
historical
in
date.
You said last week nothing significant happened in the month of January.
Uh-huh.
And I said I would remind you of that.
Uh-huh. And it's kind of like you thought that I forgot, right?
I know you didn't forget. Oh.
y'all go ahead and wish Lee a happy birthday. It's her the anniversary of her birth.
Thank you.
28 years ago today.
Yeah, I just texted my cousin because today is her birthday too.
Oh, really?
We share. I share a cousin and
Are you twins?
No, she's a couple years older.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, good. But anyway, we welcome you to the show this morning. You're welcome to berate Lee and paddle her, do something. And if anybody has known her for a long time, especially in her Lady Blue days, if any of you guys have been around that long, I'd love to hear from you because I got questions. I got questions.
I was a bad. Well, I was.
You were assertive.
Yeah, a bad assertive person. There you go. I will say that I got a birthday song this morning from one of our listeners.
Did you?
Sent me a private message.
Said, how old are you?
No, that was so sweet. I was like, oh. So anyway, yeah. Thank you in advance.
Okay.
For all the wishes. Thank you, Ricky.
There's a lot going on still happening up the road.
Oh my gosh!
I got to give you a couple things here this morning. One of them is a sad thing. We talked to you about it earlier in the week. We talked about the death of a man who was shot this week at his home in Tarawa Terrace. Since its initial report, the public affairs office at Camp Lejeune has been pretty much numb and quiet.
That's right.
Initially, the office said a lockdown resulting from a security incident had been lifted, that a man was shot and killed in a law enforcement situation, I think is the way they put it. We had information pretty quickly who it was and what actually went down, and we don't know. We haven't confirmed it because Camp Lejeune hasn't confirmed it. However, it's gone pretty public now, and we can safely assume that the name of the victim is accurate because we do know that he was a police officer with the city of Jacksonville. He's 31 years old. Philip, please forgive me, Chiarino, a former Marine who had been with the JPD for about 18 months, died. Various reports had the off-duty officer in some sort of standoff with Lejeune police officers. It's not known whether he had a gun. It's not known to us whether he had a gun.
Right.
The investigation is ongoing, and it will continue to be ongoing for a period of time. It's thought that Chiarino was married to a Marine, and the couple was living at the base housing. We don't think she was in the area from reports, but nothing official has come out about that either.
Right.
Police Chief Jared Phelps could not say much about the case as is not within his jurisdiction, and that military authorities are handling that investigation. It's not the police departments. They're like the rest of us. They're sort of on the sidelines, but obviously they know the victim. Various posts on socialist media have indicated all sorts of things. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Even if it was totally true, shame on y'all for jumping the gun. You're worse than the CNNs and the MSNBCs and those people who have to jump and hurry because they think they're going to get some extra listeners or viewers or whatever when they do something like that. Shame on you. Are you after clicks? Is that all you're after? Well, go find something good to do.
I told you this morning, Rayford, that I was going to rant a little bit about that.
You want to beat somebody, don't you?
WITN had put the story.
They had this story
on social media yesterday.
I'm quoting from ITN, most of it.
And just scrolling down through some of the comments, there were some comments like, they're not telling the whole story. Put the real story on there. Then they went on to defame the individual that passed away, that was killed. And there was various different stories as to, oh, well, this person did that and this person did that. You know what?
How do you know?
Well, I don't
heard
care.
Aunt Bertha said it.
I don't care if you knew 100%. That we don't know the full facts. We are just, first of all, why do we have to know?
We don't.
Why do we have? There was people demanding, like they were telling WITN, you're not telling the whole story. Why don't you tell the whole story? What doesn't the police? First of all, why do you need to know?
Who's got the whole story?
Were you in danger? Did it affect you?
And who's got the whole story?
It's still under investigation.
Should we
this
tell the whole
young man is gone.
Should we tell the whole story that is on socialist media that we saw that night?
Well, okay.
You said it to me, and I said, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I was sending you. I was like, look what these fools are posting.
Yeah,
nothing is confirmed.
Not there's no facts. It was wrong,
and
it was speculation, but it was being reported, claimed that is why I tell you folks, these folks who troll and put crap on socialist media like that, they are not journalists. They call themselves journalists. They are not journalists. They're not reporters. They do not come up to that category. Okay,
it's sad.
They are gossip mongers.
Somebody lost a brother. Somebody lost a husband. Somebody may have lost a daddy. Somebody lost a son. Somebody lost a cousin. There's death involved in here, and it affects a lot of people. And for you to go on there and start saying, well, I know he did this or he did that. No, it's not your place to be putting garbage like that.
You don't know.
That's right.
Who'd you get that from?
That's right.
Where's the source? What's the source? There's one source.
And why do you need to put it on there?
Unless you were there.
That's right. Well, why do you need?
Were you there?
No, I was not there.
Not you. Were the people who put that crap on there, were they there? If I pull it to a location, to a wreck or something like that, when I was a reporter, I could tell you what I saw.
You see, right.
What I can see. This is what I saw. These are the people, the witnesses that I talked to. But that's what I would do if I needed to do it. Because sometimes the police reports are not available right away.
Exactly.
Some of it is obvious. Some of it, a reporter will ask questions of the investigating officer at a wreck, or something as simple as a wreck. We'll ask questions. And if you're a legitimate reporter, most of the cops will talk to you.
Right.
And if they know you, they know who you are, and they know you're responsible, and you're not going to go out there and be a half-butted individual.
Right. I'm just appalled at some of the stuff that it's like, oh, well, I know something, so I'm going to post so everybody will think that what I've got to say is so important. That's like, have you ever noticed that? And this is another thing that gripes me so bad. And it's just me. It doesn't mean it's wrong. But say somebody passed away that you knew. You weren't exceptionally close to, but you knew, and you start posting all these pictures of you and that person together. Oh yeah, we spent a lot of time together. You're making everything about you, not the person that passed away.
You. It's all about me.
And that just yesterday, after I read about 3 comments, and I said, I could not read anymore.
You shouldn't have read them. I don't.
Yeah. First of all, I don't need to know.
Yeah, but you're getting older. You don't need to be doing that.
It's personal for that family. It's personal for the people involved. We do not need to know everything that happens.
Unfortunately, when it happens in a public situation,
right,
or there are public people involved, and in this case, he was a public individual. He comes under a different category. It's kind of like school teachers, they come
Yes.
under a different category. Preachers,
Preachers.
priest,
Mm-hmm.
if it was Joe Blow off the
Judges.
street, it would be a one-liner on
Right,
page 13A.
Yes. And the thing about it is, I imagine that there are a lot of officers at JPD that are grieving right now. They
All of them
worked with
are.
this young man. They
He
knew
was a
him.
brother, okay?
Yes.
When you put the uniform on and you become a brother of all law enforcement.
And to sit there and demand JPD to get out of it's not your business.
JPD's
Leave it alone.
The only thing they've got in it is one of their men died.
I will say that we all have a spark of curiosity when things happen.
That's natural.
And that's very natural.
Rubberneckers,
But
go down the highway.
Wait, get the facts. If
Yeah.
you feel like you need to say something, give your sympathies, your condolences, and move on.
Yep.
Oh,
okay.
that was my rant.
Let me go ahead and give you some more stuff from Camp Lejeune. Y'all get your pencils out now. Y'all need to get your pencils out.
Okay.
I'm going to copy this and send it to you so you can take care of it. The gates at Camp Lejeune, those things you get into through to get aboard and off the base.
Once you get through the guns.
Across the entire base are undergoing partial closures over the next month, starting today. Not a whole lot of advance notice on this one, was there?
Nope.
Personnel visiting the base should expect the various impacts beginning today, running through Tuesday, February 17th.
Mm-hmm.
First, the Piney Green Gate and the contractor vetting office is closed all day today. That's at the top of the list. So if you're headed there, turn around. The Piney Green Gate and the contractor vetting office closed all day today. Use Holcomb or Wilson Gate for installation access and contractor vetting during this closure. For those of you who are non-military who have to go out there who do not know what the installation is, that's the base. Use Holcomb or Wilson Gate for installation access and contractor vetting during this closure. Midway Park Gate. Outbound lanes will be closed 19th from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Inbound gates will be open. I'll do that again. Midway Park Gate, the outbound lanes closed on January 19th from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. all day, y'all. Inbound gates, you can get on, but you can't get off. Not through that same gate. You should use the Butler Gate for outbound traffic only during this time. Don't use it for inbound as well. Holcomb Gate, inbound lanes, and the contractor vetting office there will be closed on January 20th, the 20th, next week, from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Goodness.
Please use the Piney Green or Wilson gates for installation access to get aboard the base and for contractor vetting during this time. There should be no impact to outbound traffic. That's Holcomb Gate. The inbound lanes, if you're trying to get aboard the base through the Holcomb Gate or the contractor vetting office there, it's closed. January 20th, not today, from all day. Use the Piney Green or Wilson Gate to get aboard the base and for contractor vetting. Outbound lanes, normal. Tarawa Terrace 1 Gate. Inbound lanes closed on the 21st and from 1 to 3 p.m. That's a short period of time. The Tarawa Terrace 1 Gate. Inbound lanes getting aboard the base at Tarawa Terrace Gate 1 at Tarawa Terrace 1. On the 21st, 1 to 3, you can't do it. Use Holcomb, Wilson, or Piney Green gates for access. Got it? No problem for outbound. If you're aboard the base, you're coming back out through, you're supposed to, you can do it. Camp Johnson Gate, inbound lanes closed January 21st from 9 to 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Use Holcomb, Wilson, or Piney Green gates for installation access and contractor vetting. No problem to get off the base through that location. Sneeds Ferry Gate down there, we're down to 172 area.
Right.
Getting aboard the base from Sneeds Ferry, closed on the 22nd from 1 to 3. Okay, it's not all day. 1 to 3 o'clock. You can use Camp Johnson, Wilson, Holcomb or Pondy Green during this time. No outbound lanes of traffic will be impacted. You'll be able to get off the base through the Sneeze Ferry Gate.
You lost me the first couple of sentences, but you send that to me. I will
I'll send
post
to
it.
you, but these are for the future. There's some more there for the
Right.
future, but today is a critical day for y'all. Today, right now, the Piney Green Gate and the contractor vetting office closed all day.
I would
Use-
suggest
Use
I'll post it.
Holcomb or Wilson.
And my goodness, it looks like our senator is calling, Mike Lazara. Anyway, I would say
Good morning.
also.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
How are you?
Good. I just got up this morning and I had a little reminder that today was Lee's birthday, so I wanted to personally call and wish her a happy birthday and thank her for being so diligent every morning to keep the news out for folks and all her efforts.
Thank you.
You better believe it. She does a whole lot of stuff behind the scenes y'all don't know about.
Thank you so much.
Bill, too.
I do, and I appreciate it, and we just wanted to wish her a happy birthday.
Thank you, birthday. Thank you, girl.
Mr. and
Love
Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. Senator, right?
Yeah, thank you so much. That means so much to me.
Absolutely. You guys have a great day and keep up the great work.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Chat with you later.
And Rayford, I will see you at the field day next week.
Thank you very much. 24th and 25th. We'll
Right.
talk about that as well. Senator's going to be there.
That's right.
And
will do that.
your wife has a personal invitation to be there, too.
Thank you. We will show
Come
up.
on, Melinda.
So we'll see you there.
All right. Thank you.
We can be bad. We can be bad together, Melinda. Come on.
Yeah, we're going to send both of you up the tower and put antennas
Click
up.
2.0. We can
There
do
you
it.
go.
All I need is one more thing.
Well, y'all have a great day, and thank y'all so much for what
Thank
you do.
you. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Melinda.
Bye. All right, I will send you all this stuff, but suffice it to say, there's some things that y'all need to make a note of.
Right.
I'll send it to you so that you can just print it out. They can print it out.
Print it
from what I
out. Put
send
it on
you.
your refrigerator because I couldn't keep up with any
No,
of
I
that.
couldn't either.
Yeah, that's
but
a lot.
Today's the day, and 19th is what, Monday?
Yes, it is.
So Monday is going to be another day.
17,
Make plans for
right.
that now. Midway Park Gate, outbound lanes closed.
I will also, I just want to throw in there, not being negative, but
Yes, you
it
are.
seems like every time you turn around, they're working on the gates.
Well, they got so many of them, they need to. My God.
It's every other month. I just can we get our county commissioners maybe to talk with our military and work out something where we can open the cut through again?
No.
That was so convenient.
Yes,
I miss
know.
that. I mean, you could just cut through Hubert and be in Sneeze Ferry in a heartbeat.
Let me tell you something that was done. There was a test that was done, depending upon where you wanted to go. Oh yeah, and it was if you're traveling from Wilmington, as a lot of people were complaining about, they used to like to use the back gate to get to Swansboro.
I can understand.
We did a test. Timing, traveling at the posted rate of speed
Don't ruin
from
this for me.
Wilmington to Jacksonville via the bypass, down 24 to Swansboro was the same amount of time, if not a few minutes faster than having to stop at the back gate, get a pass, do the whole routine, and head on over to Swansboro.
But
And
it's
down that Bear Creek Road, Queens Creek Road area.
Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me.
It was faster to go the bypass route.
Well,
Just a
that-
fact, Jack.
yeah.
Now, if y'all don't like it, get out there and test it.
If you live
Perseverance.
closer to this end of 172, it was for me much faster and it was pleasant. You didn't have all the stoplights and et cetera. And just to ride through there and then end up to the bridge in Sneeze Ferry was pleasant. I miss it. I wish it
Aw.
was open again.
Yesterday is gone. It's no more. The
Yeah, don't
traffic.
we know
The
that?
traffic is a much more horrendous thing these days.
Yes, it is at that
Okay.
too.
A marine forecast.
Oh, yes. Let's do it.
Not necessarily really nice but not too bad for those who would like to venture offshore in search of bluefin tuna. They're out there, by the way. Wahoo and king mackerel. They're catching bluefin tuna not that far from the beaches. Offshore today, northwesterly winds 15 to 25, becoming southwesterly this afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet, 6. They're choppy today. Southwesterly winds to 20 knots, gust up to 25 knots, seas 3 to 5. Sounds and rivers choppy. Sunday, northerly winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming northwesterly, kicking up in the afternoon 15 to 20, seas 2 to 4 feet at least, but they're going to be kind of on the sloppy side. Sounds and rivers and moderate chop, increasing to choppy in the afternoon Sunday.
Okay, today sunny with a high near 48. Light and variable wind becoming south 5 to 9 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 31. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 66. Sunday, this is the day in question. Rain before 4 p.m., then rain likely, possibly mixed with snow, high near 43. Chance of precipitation is 90%, and Sunday night, a slight chance of rain and snow before 10 p.m., then a slight chance of snow later between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m., partly cloudy with a low around 22. All that is subject to change depending on where that low pressure system goes.
Yeah.
So just monitor the weather. If not, monitor our social media pages, because anything that appears to be a problem for us, Rayford, will be posting the details.
Yeah, if there's anything out there.
Straight from the National
let you
Weather
know.
Service,
Yeah,
right?
for those folks. And from observations here. So
Exactly.
we'll check in because I'll have observations from the whole amateur radio club too. 'Cause
Yes.
it'll all be hot and heavy out there.
Hot and heavy.
Okay, down in the borough this morning. Speaking of the amateur radio group, Joe, he was in his bed. He didn't get out of bed this morning.
I heard him
except
this
to
morning.
check the
It's too
temperature.
cold.
Yeah, 26 degrees in Swansboro this morning. 56% humidity. He had calm, no winds at all there. He said 0.0 in his rain gauge. Now, over in the swamp out there, not too far from the aeroport, Lee, 20 degrees,
Ooh.
69% humidity, calm wind, in other words, none, and nothing in his rain gauge either. Dale, over in River Bend, he and Carol there reported initially 23 degrees. It dropped a degree since then. He called in just about 7 o'clock. Just before we went on, and said it dropped to 22. It's 22 degrees now around the bend up the river. 61% humidity. Winds were running west-southwest at about 2. Nothing in his rain gauge either. Ward at Cedar Point, the man that likes to get up really early and go looking for ducks, flybys. And so he was up, and I was impressed this morning. Anyway, his temperature was 26 degrees, 50% humidity, and had northwesterly breeze, not heavy, and nothing in the rain gauge. Now, Ward was, while he was talking, he was backing his boat.
That man.
Backing his boat trailer down into the water so he could launch his boat. So he finished talking with us so he could get out of his truck to go launch his boat. He was backing and his boat down while he was talking. That's multitasking, y'all. Craig, I know we didn't get one from Craig this morning, but from Bill, our guy over there at Catherine Lake, he was up this morning and he was traveling already.
Yes, he was.
27 degrees at the lake. He said there were some people out there, but he didn't see it frozen over.
Right.
It has to be a little bit colder for a lot longer.
Yes.
He had nothing in the rain gauge either. Lee over in Woodlands this morning, it was 23 degrees. 66% humidity. Winds were light out of the southeast, about 1 mile per hour. And she said she had 0.01 inches of something wet in the
It
rain
might have been a
gauge.
bird. I don't know.
could
But it was 0.01. And I'm like, what?
Just a little bit of liquid stuff there.
Right.
Here at the studio and Country Club, it was 21. It's now 20. Up at the hacienda up there, where the warm brick are still there, influencing the sensor that's there. It was 23. 61% humidity. Winds out of the southwest at 2 to 4, and nothing in the rain gauge. Now, back over there on the Northeast Weather Net that I checked in with again this morning, Uh, it was in Boston, 24 degrees. 24 degrees. I didn't stay there long enough because I was busy other things to see what the other stations were reporting. But Boston said it was 24. That's perfect snowing weather if you got the right air conditions, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go up to
Okay.
that other state. It needs to just freeze over there. They need to be
Rayford?
18 inches of snow and ice so everybody will stay home or
Rayford?
freeze to death.
You know, I'm hooked on watching that mess, and I watched it
Yeah,
for
I
a
can't-
while last night during
can't
prime
stand it,
time,
no.
and those people are crazy.
For those folks in Minnesota, the sooner you
Crazy.
guys let the federal guys do their jobs,
Mhm.
and you go do yours, the sooner they'll move on to some other place where illegals are hanging out.
Right.
They're going to get the illegals. The more you stand in their way, the more damage that is going to be done to them and to you. And it's not going to be pretty. If you don't do something that one presidential power that Donald Trump has in his arsenal, and neither he nor those clowns running Minneapolis and the whole state will like what he has to do if he has to do it. He
Right.
won't like it. I'll
Right.
guarantee he won't like it. It will have a major negative impact on the way the folks in Minnesota go about their daily lives.
I agree.
If you think 18 inches of snow will shut you down, this will shut you down. Not a doubt in my mind. Even with what we've seen so far, Trump does not want to have to send military troops into the area to restore order, but he will do so.
He's coming close to
It
the
depends
insurrection.
not on what the illegal aliens do. The feds are dealing with that.
Right.
It depends upon what you idiots do. When those of you who are bent on interfering with the federal justice system, there's not much else to be done. The government, the federal government cannot let that happen. That would be, look at how widespread it could happen across this country. Is that what we want? No, because when we do it, that's exactly what Russia, what China, and what a bunch of other countries would like to see happen.
What was that I sent you?
Local law
yesterday?
enforcement,
Let's
by
see.
refusing to assist the agents, by refusing to assist federal agents uphold their oath of office, they have a mission. They are sworn to uphold their mission. They're supposed to do it. They've got to do it. Their oath of office requires them to enforce the law. If local law enforcement gets in the way, they are as much a part of the problem as those who are protesting. Cops are trained to enforce laws. The laws the feds are enforcing are lawful. Now, for you local cops in Minneapolis and beyond,
Shame.
do your job.
Shame on you.
If the mayor gets in the way, then he's interfering with your lawful acts, and you can arrest the mayor. If he interferes with your investigation or the work that you're doing, you can arrest him. That's what I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
When this is all over, it would not surprise me if the feds go after police officers who refuse to uphold the law. They should. Local governing bodies can adopt laws and ordinances all they want, but they cannot adopt laws that countermand federal laws. I'm disappointed in local government there. And by the same token, it makes me so thankful that Jacksonville and all the municipalities in Onslow County and the Onslow County government will never stoop to the levels we have seen in Minnesota. Thank you, Onslow County. I am proud to be a resident.
Amen on that. Amen. We live in a great county.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have great people here. We have great lawmakers. They keep us safe. They look out for us. Everybody works together.
Yeah.
All our law enforcement agencies. And very, very disappointed in Minnesota and what's going on there. I sent you a thing the other night because a picture, I think it was last night, lined up. There's probably
Yes.
200, 300 cops, but they're called Federal Protective Police. That's what they have on their vests.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what Christy Nome sent in.
Yes.
Yeah, she said she was sending in 1,000 more.
They're going to be, y'all are going to be swarmed by federal cops. You're not going to be able to move. You
Mm-hmm.
understand that, right? And this is on you. It's your fault. A lot of criticism has been spouted about ICE agents making claims and everything, especially given that a large number of new agents have been hired. People are screaming and hollering, oh my God, they're screaming and holler. They don't even know what ICE recruited agents to do, what they do. They don't know anything about these guys that have been recruited that have joined the force, right? Do they?
That's right.
Do they know? I do. I went and checked. The agency was too often treated as red-headed stepchildren in the past. They didn't have enough manpower. Agents were leaving. Agents were frustrated. They got orders from headquarters that just did not make any sense. Our federal government was standing in the way of ICE doing its job. That's what the problem is now. ICE was not allowed to do the job that those agents took an oath of office to do, and a lot of them left. The stress level, a lack of support from superiors all the way to the White House in the past caused many agents to hang it up. They went elsewhere.
Right.
The facts. A significant number of current and former local police officers and deputy sheriffs from all across this nation have applied and continue to apply for jobs at Immigration and Customs Enforcement, that's ICE. They're driven by aggressive recruitment campaigns, signing bonuses, and higher pay. They are not people off the streets that snatched up by ICE and run through a quick school and turn them loose on the streets of Minneapolis. Most of the new recruits are prior law enforcement. They wanted a job. There's always been a situation in law enforcement. When cops are looking for another job, maybe on the local level, they're not getting much of a pay raise, if any.
Right.
In some places, not Onslow County, not this area, they're blasted with idiots out there. Defund the police, defund the police. Well, you get fed up with that.
Right.
You know? You're looked down on as a second-class citizen. That's always been a problem. So cops move on. They move to another department somewhere else. Sometimes they move in Onslow County from a local department to a different department or larger department. Sometimes they want to, especially those been around for a while and been, in the thick of things, shall we say, they would like to have a place to work out their final years as police officers that are a lot quieter inside Onslow County even, and they will do that. Not a problem. The situation in law enforcement today, people are like ICE is advertising, and they're giving you all sorts of monies to sign on, bonuses. They have seen their hiring goals have been exceeded. Their goals have been met and exceeded. They've done a good job. Many of those are from state, local, and local law enforcement. They want federal roles. Well, why would you want that? Why would you want to apply to ICE or any other federal agency? Higher pay and incentives, one thing. ICE offers substantial bonuses and competitive salaries, attracting officers from underfunded local departments. Federal benefits almost always outweigh local benefits. Federal employment offers different retirement systems and benefits. Career advancement, yeah, you can move to ICE. If you're there, you can move up inside ICE. You can move to another federal law enforcement agency. Lateral transfers, they call them. Officers have moved from Border Patrol to ICE because they wanted that. They didn't want to just hang out at the border. Then there's the policy alignment. A lot of cops, particularly those perhaps right now who are aligned with strict immigration enforcement, are drawn over to ICE because that's what ICE's mission is all about. Maybe they were deputy sheriffs along the southern border. You got Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California. Cops in those areas have had to work, and they see the problems along the border. My God.
I'm sure.
We used to have had a friend, a guy who called in here on a regular basis. His name was Doug.
Yeah.
His
what
wife
has
was
happened to
his
Doug?
wife was a Marine, and I think she retired. They moved over to Trenton and their house got really messed up in the hurricane
Oh,
for Florence.
wow.
And I haven't heard from him a lot since then, but he used to be a regular.
I
And he
remember
was a
him.
cop in Arizona. He was with the sheriff's
I
office there in
remember him.
Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about the border problem then lots of problems. But some of those cops who had worked the borders, who had to deal with the problems, but without federal jurisdiction, they say, I can take what my experience is, and I think I can be a benefit to ICE. And they will sign up in a heartbeat. Yeah, they know what they're dealing with. And the likelihood
God
is
bless 'em.
they can speak Spanish.
Yes,
Okay.
that's true.
Local cops,
couldn't do
for
it.
instance, you can go to a patrol division. I'll give you an example. One of our former prior law enforcement officers who's in the county government right now.
Yes.
He was just a regular patrol deputy sheriff. He and another friend of his, they were buddies. They started looking at people out there getting very suspicious, and they became drug hounds.
Mm-hmm.
In uniform, they were arresting people left and right on drug possession because they recognized it. They studied, they figured out what to do, and then they became sort of like, oh God, yeah, he's got it. Paul's got it. Paul and Jimmy. I remember both of those guys very well, and saw Paul the other day.
Yes.
But they want to work drugs. Well, guess what they ended up doing? They worked drugs. They became drug cops. What they liked, it's what they got. And that's what some of the other cops that are moving over to immigration are doing. They want to do this.
Right.
It's what they want to do.
Well,
So for you naysayers out there who think all these cops that have been hired to go to work for ICE, these agents are nothing but people off the street, brand new. No, they've already worked as cops. Those are the ones that will be out there first. Those are the ones that will be on the front line before the brand new rookies will be.
Right. I tell you, they have a job. If they could just go in and do their job, they would be in, they'd be out of your area, and then today's another day, tomorrow's another day. But you're just these protesters, which a lot of them are paid to be there. They're coming in from other states.
They've admitted that.
They have admitted it to cause issues, and I'm hooked on watching it every night.
I know.
And because I'm sending, I have that going on this TV over here, and I'm watching something else. I can't help it.
You need to get a life.
Fools! I sent you pictures of the one dressed up as a clown, and then one dressed up in a polar bear outfit, and I'm like, what? What are you trying to?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what? And while we're talking about Minnesota, let's add Trenton. Let's add New Jersey to the mix. After hours of continuous debate the other day, the New Jersey Assembly voted 46-26 to approve a trio of bills aimed at insulating undocumented immigrants from federal immigration enforcement. Yep. This directive would restrict local and state law enforcement from cooperating with federal immigration authorities except under limited circumstances. So they're jumping on the bandwagon too. And, we don't need this. And I know there were statements put out yesterday about, like in Minneapolis, for their local police not to help ICE, not to be a part of it. That's your brother in blue.
You're messing with fire people.
And they were going to start arresting ICE. And New Jersey now.
Go for that. Unlawful arrest, first of all.
They're going to tell the federal government no. I mean, I think the federal government will overtake their trio of bills here that
here's
it's ridiculous.
Here's what I would like them to take a look at. A little chihuahua, a miniature chihuahua, and a big old bulldog. Who will win? The smart car that's driving down the highway or the 18-wheeler? Who's going to win?
Yes.
Y'all no, you need to do that. You need to.
It's unreal. It's just unreal.
It is just it's just crazy. It's
Oh,
just,
yeah, but you just wait for Minnesota or New Jersey, someplace like that, LA, have something happen to them and they need government intervention. They need the federal government to send in the troops to help them.
yeah.
What are you going to do then? Are you going to say, well, please forgive us for before, but can you send it now? I mean, oh. I get so worked up watching that stuff at night. I'm just like stomping around the living room going, you fools. The disrespect is, I don't care whether you like ice or not. There is no reason at all to disrespect your people. They were fighting amongst themselves last night.
Yep.
There was fist fights amongst the protesters last night. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Go home. It's cold. Go home.
Yep, buddy.
We need a blizzard there just to blanket the area for the weekend. Everybody go home and cool down.
Yeah. Well, just don't put a blanket on. Just go on.
I told you what I thought
lay out
I
there
needed
and
to
sleep
do,
outside,
but,
and you'll be fine.
It's probably something I shouldn't say, but just
Yeah.
skipping to other news. I heard this morning coming in. I'll be watching it today, 3 p.m. Tyler Robinson.
Who?
Tyler Robinson, the young man that is accused of shooting Charlie Kirk and
Oh
killing
yeah,
him.
yeah.
His team's going to court today
Why
to try with a motion
take the death penalty off?
to try to throw off the whole prosecution team off the case and make them not eligible to participate in doing this, because one of the prosecutor's adult son or daughter, whichever child, adult person that attended that rally where Charlie Kirk was shot and killed.
What's that got to do with it?
And they're saying that it will taint the case to have that prosecution. Look, the
your case is
motions.
already tainted with facts. That's the problem you've got.
I can't wait. Now, I like this judge that's been hearing all the motions and has been dealing with the case. He is so straight up. So I'll be watching today. But this team, this defense team for Tyler Robinson, man, they are pulling out everything they can, which they're doing their job. I will say that. They're doing their job. But now they want to just disqualify the whole prosecution team.
Let's
This will
talk
be
about
interesting.
vacations.
Okay.
What American hotspot has been designated as being the worst tourist destination in a global analysis, a world analysis in the United States? In the United States, what is the worst tourist attraction? It's a travel company called Stasher, specializing in luggage storage, released the findings based on Google reviews ratings, TikTok engagement, airport accessibility, country safety, and local accommodation quality. So, where would you think, what one tourist attraction in these United States of America is the worst? You're Googling it. It's not fair.
Oh, that's not going to tell me anything. I mean,
Yes, it
everybody's
will.
got a different opinion here. I'm just looking.
Grabbing the worst label of all, the Hollywood Walk of Fame in LA.
Really?
Yep, located 23 miles from the airport. The sidewalk of celebrity stars had the lowest Google rating and safety score, according to those folks.
Wow, could it
at
be
Stasher?
Could it be all the homeless that are camped out in tents along the sidewalk
There
there?
are more than 2,800 stars of the Hollywood Walk of Fame, honoring achievements in film, TV, music, radio, and live performance, according to the website. The stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame are located on the sidewalks of Hollywood Boulevard and Vine Street. Hollywood and Vine. Remember that thing? There used to be a series. I think it was late night shows or something like that. Hollywood and Vine, whatever.
I have a thought. Go ahead. Don't let me forget. I have an idea.
TripAdvisor ranks the site 3.4 out of 5 stars. and puts it in at number 64 on a to-do list way down for those visiting LA. That's number 64 on the things to do if you're visiting LA. Number 64, that's a long ways down.
I want to go to
The area is run down, they say, dirty and full of shady figures, according to one person who wrote on TripAdvisor. Prices in restaurants and shops are completely different. Celebrities are hardly met there. They don't show up, but there are plenty of homeless people. We walked down the street once, he said, and then we moved on quickly.
We have Steve calling. Yeah, I know there's a lot of homeless down there.
Steve, what's the worst place to visit in the United States?
I couldn't really say, guys. I'm a little bit sheltered. I haven't been that many places.
Well, you probably haven't been to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, have you?
No, sir.
Well, that according to this one company that looks at all the reviews posted everywhere, said that is the worst place in the United States to go, the tourist places to go.
I haven't been there, but my understanding is that some of the stars are in some depressed areas. That Walk of Fame is pretty long.
A lot of the stars are in depressed areas, and the areas that were not depressed are becoming depressed.
Yeah. Like I said, I ain't never seen it, but that's my understanding is that some of them are, you know.
I went to LA. I never, but that was in 71, 2 or something like that. I didn't see it. I didn't go there. I did other things. So anyway,
I'm sure it was an attraction back in the day.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Happened,
it probably was very good back in the day, and it was very, very nice to end up there. But I think Hollywood and LA folks, they need to clean up their act. If they want to have a bragging right, that'd be like the big old Hollywood sign out there looking cruddy or crappy or run down.
Did.
Yeah, it has done. They've done that, but they cleaned it up. But your entrance, your face in a town, just the entrance to your town can turn people off before they get there. I don't care how great your interior area is, your face is just, that's what people see first.
I think all towns go through kind of an evolution where they'll build one area up and then that area gets old and they'll go build somewhere else. You can see that in Jacksonville, like down in the New River area, and then you go back out on the western extension, it's very different sides of town there.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily people, it's just the economic investment. That at one time, New River was the nicest place in Jacksonville at one time.
Well, New River had it was the first shopping center in Jacksonville.
Yes.
A long time ago.
Yes.
Piggly Wiggly, remember?
52,
Yes, Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, Piggly Wiggly. But they had a colonial store there. There was a grocery store back in the
Colonial
day.
And the movie theater.
And the movie theater.
Yes.
The Center Theater. I mean, the Center Theater was it. I mean, that was it, man.
Yeah.
You
That's what I'm saying,
and it only cost $0.25 to get in.
What happened? What has happened?
What's in your mind? You didn't call for that.
Hey, Steve.
I got you guys. I tell you, something is weighing heavy on my mind. It really, all the political stuff, I follow it somewhat, but this is something that really is starting to concern me, kind of giving me a pit in my stomach. And forget about all the politicians today, either there today or were there yesterday. Yesterday we had the vice president and the secretary of state went into a meeting with the leaders from Greenland and Denmark to convey to them that we intend to conquer them and take their territory.
Did anybody use the word conquer, that we were going to take over? Is something like that without their permission?
This is the thing. I have not been able to find any comments by J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio about it yet.
Okay.
I ain't saying there ain't none, but I haven't found them. But I did see the comments from the leaders from Denmark and Greenland and said they were not able to dissuade the American representatives from wanting to take Greenland.
Okay, to take it or to, because to take it, they're going to have to either go to war or they're going to have to buy it, right?
I get that. And they don't want to sell it. That's what they've said.
Okay.
And so I believe we're at a point where they may break something we can't fix.
Ken, do you think? And I do not know. I really do not know because I haven't looked at it, to be honest with you. I just thought it was either a pipe dream or just somebody wishing in one hand and what in the
Saying
other.
something stupid.
Figure out which comes up
Exactly.
first. So I didn't pay any attention to it. And I probably am going to a little bit more now because of the visits and comments and all that sort of good stuff. Because I want to get to the facts. I want to know what the real truth is. Because I cannot get it from the stuff he gets posted, as you know that. It just doesn't work for me.
Right.
I'll have to find a reliable source. And
I would make a suggestion for something to watch. I don't know if you trust this person or not, but Tom Tillis made a speech on the Senate floor talking about this very thing, and he sits on the NATO Oversight or Overwatch Committee
Right.
or whatever, and he said this is absolutely stupid. It seems to be more from Stephen Miller than from Trump. Trump, that when they asked him about the Prime Minister of Greenland not wanting to be part of America, they used the Prime Minister's name. Trump didn't even know who the guy was and said, "I don't know who that is."
so he hasn't not gotten down into the bushes yet, right?
Somebody else is running lead on this, is what it appears to be.
Okay. Well, I will take a
Yeah.
look, and that's a good piece of advice. I will do what I can to get from the closest I can to the horse's mouth, and whatever first of all, I got to know what the process is to even do that. Can the citizens, because at one time there was the chatter among some of the citizens there who were supposedly going to be offered a big chunk of change each, all the citizens, and there are not that many, of Greenland, would you be willing to sell Greenland if all of you got this amount of money? That kind of a question. It's a rhetorical question. I don't know whether it can be done or not. I don't know whether the residents of Greenland could petition the Danish government. I don't know. What I don't know, I don't know. So I will do what I can to find out.
Yeah, I get that. But like I say, if you listen to that one by Tom Tillis, he kind of lays it out, and he is on that committee.
I got that. But and to do it according to what I keep reading is that we're going to take over, or what did you say, conquer?
Right.
That we're going to conquer them. Well, that requires guys with guns and boots on the ground. I know how that works, and that's not going to happen.
Well, reporters keep asking them, does that mean the military option's on the table? And they keep saying all options are on the table.
Yeah, well, that's
that's the common thing to say.
It is, but it's a ridiculous comment.
Very insightful. And that's what Tom Tillis is saying. And honestly, he support in his comments. If you watch it, it was pretty good. He still supports Trump, but he does not support the people around Trump.
Yeah.
And I think that's worth noting.
Well, let me just. Yeah. The only thing that I know about Greenland. It's in a very strategic location. And the only thing that I've read about this, honestly, came from Great Britain. And the folks, the higher ups there in Great Britain, and I forgot what level of higher up they were, was saying that, to keep Russia and China, or both out, the only thing that somebody needs to do, like Great Britain or the United States, somebody was just throwing it out there as discussion, would be for one of these two countries, ours or theirs, to become the owners of Greenland. And if they did that, we could keep Russia from building bases there. We could keep the Chinese from taking over and doing whatever Chinese do. We already have military installations there, but obviously they're strategically located. Now, I'm going from only a military standpoint and a security standpoint here. To me, it would make all sense in the world if we had a continuing reason, a deal with Denmark and Greenland to at least let us keep our bases there, so we would have a strategic location. If not, if Russia gets it or China gets it, you realize that they will close those bases for us, and they will use them for their own benefit.
There's something that's very important to note here.
Yep.
Greenland is a member of NATO. We have a treaty with them that we can go build the biggest base in the world there if we want to. Russia and China would be invading a NATO country if they tried to do it.
Not an invasion. I do not think Russia or Greenland would invade them.
They're a NATO country. Russia and China has no more chance of building a going in there and taking Greenland than they do taking France.
Okay, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Russia and China will not invade Greenland. They will not do that. But can they make a deal with Denmark or the people of Greenland? A better deal than the United States or Great Britain can make?
Well,
I don't know.
We already have a treaty with them, and they're a NATO country. Do you know of any NATO country that has entertained the idea of allowing Russia and China to build a base in a NATO country?
And
what you're saying don't make any sense.
We bought a chunk of Russia. We call it Alaska.
I know, but listen, we already have a treaty where only NATO countries are going to have bases there, and we can build them at will. One time we had 17 bases in Greenland, and they have already come out and said they're more than happy for us to put any military installation we want to there.
Yep.
There's only one thing that would change if we take Greenland, and that's Greenland has banned oil drilling. That's the only thing that we would gain by taking them, is that we could then let the oil companies go in there and drill for oil.
Okay.
Other than that, from a military standpoint, we have a treaty. We can do anything we want to. We don't even have to ask them if we want to put a base there. We can just go do it. So look into it. Don't believe me. Look into it.
Yeah.
Anyway, happy birthday, Lee.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for earlier.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
It's real simple on the surface to say what is going to happen or what, and surmise what the reasons are for us wanting or having any doing any exploration to decide what to do with that. The words out of the Great Britain hierarchy is that they would prefer that the United States do it, that Great Britain do it, but their words are, their feelings are that one of the two nations should be exploring that possibility. Treaties, how many times have treaties been broken? And with, if regardless of NATO, Russia and China don't really care. But I don't know that either one of them would really want it. I would think that Russia would love to have it. It's a great port for them. It's a great stopping off spot. Both for military and for commercial stuff.
Well, let's go back to your list. I want to know some of the other places that are bad tourist areas.
Oh, I don't know about the others.
Oh, I know you had LA. But you know what?
One.
When you were talking about the Hollywood
Sign.
Walk of Fame or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we need here in Onslow County. Let's go out to
Don't we have
Riverwalk.
a sports Walk of Fame?
No, this is what I'm talking about. Let's go out to Riverwalk, put down a long sidewalk, make that our Walk of Fame, add some names and stars to it of people that have contributed so much to our county. Let's have our own Walk of Fame.
Who's going to vote on who should be there?
Come on, commissioners. Come on, city council.
Well, I mean, you're not going to have politicians to vote on who should be there. I hope.
No, that what you do is you get people who apply to be a part of the group, the voting group.
No, I think the Hollywood.
Don't be negative.
The Hollywood Walk of Fame is going to be, what is it? The Hollywood elite folks, whoever the movie star folks are, SAG or somebody, Screen Actors Guild. I don't know who does it. I don't know who makes that call. And who's on that Walk of Fame besides stars and stuff? I know there are other people there.
Yeah, I don't know because
There's
I lost interest.
2,800 of them.
I lost interest in all that years and years and years ago when these Hollywood actors that we pay the big money, the big bucks to go watch them on the screen in the theaters all started getting political and using their famous fame.
Sometimes that worked and sometimes it bit them on their butt, didn't it?
I just I don't pay to watch you do politics. I pay to watch you be an actor.
Would you ever pay any one of those anti-whoever's who have political whatevers other than somebody like Clint Eastwood or a few who Ronald Reagan was an actor.
Yes.
Well, he turned politician. Clint Eastwood turned politician. But for these other people who just have a voice, they don't take on the challenge. They don't go get elected.
Right.
They're just people. They're actors. They put their drawers on the same way I do, one leg at a time. You ever tried to put your pants on with both legs at the same time? You will fall flat on your face.
Not if you do it right.
Stand up and try to put your
No,
pants
sit
on.
down and do it.
No, there's a different story. Stand up and put your pants on and
Oh,
do both
Lord have
legs at a
mercy.
time.
Yeah.
So you're going to fall flat on your face. But if these people, would you pay, how much does it cost to get into a movie theater today?
Oh my
$7 or
gosh.
$8, $10?
10, 12.
Okay,
Look,
so
but
let's say it's $10. So would you go to a movie theater where there was some actor from Hollywood that's going to be on the screen spouting
No,
for 30 minutes
no,
his political views or her
No.
political views?
no,
Would you pay a nickel?
no.
Neither would I.
There are some over the last, I'd say, probably 8 years mainly, that have come out and they're so political and they're so just like so vocal with their opinions.
It could
I've
kill
lost
their
a lot of
chances.
respect for them.
It could kill their futures.
Well, you
A lot of them
know,
have failed.
there are some, I'll just say a country music duel that I used to really enjoy watching them and all that. And they came out and got all that political. And now I don't even, they come on the radio, I'll turn it off.
Good transition. Let me go into something else here. And
Okay.
I sort of did it yesterday or day before, whenever, maybe earlier in the week. But for you folks who are running for election, who are running for office here, the smartest politician ever in Onslow County, as far as I'm concerned, was Harry Brown. We're not related. We are neighbors.
Which we saw him.
We saw
too.
him.
Yes.
Harry was
Wednesday.
the smartest guy who ran for office ever until his wife, who ran to be the clerk of court,
Right.
until she was running for office. In his yard, come election time, there was
Right.
one sign. It was his.
Mm-hmm.
He did not align himself with anybody else running for office or anybody else in office
Right.
until his wife, and then they could put two signs up.
That's right. Because
His advice
that's
was
the
very,
worst.
to me, his suggestion, I said, why don't you? He said, because there's going to be somebody. If I put up the greatest man out there in office, who's in office or running for office in
Mhm.
Onslow County, he ain't loved by 100% of Onslow County. Or if you don't believe it, look at the polls. When the results come in after an election, if he gets 50% of the vote, he's done good.
Right.
If he gets
right.
70% of the vote, he's done good. But if he gets 70% and 30% hate him, they don't vote for him, then every time his sign is in my yard, 30% of the people that were my voters or potentially going to vote for me would say, nah,
No, not
they're
voting.
aligned.
Because he's
They're aligned.
yeah.
Matters not that he got 70% of the vote.
And that's something we talk about every single election year. And then back when I was so fully involved with the party, we always encourage candidates run on your
own merit.
own platform, on your own merit. Do not align yourself with anyone else.
Because
The reason being is because say your name is Trisha and you're running for county commissioner. I'm just making this up as I go. And there is already a county commissioner named Annabelle. Annabelle's not well liked. Annabelle may have trouble getting reelected. But Trisha starts hanging with Annabelle and they start partnering together.
done.
Well, Trisha, you're going to lose some votes because if Annabelle's not well respected, or did I mix up the names already? Anyway, run on your own merit, on your own platform. If the elected official comes up to you and said, I stand behind you, I'll help you in any way, they generally do that quietly
Just say thank you.
and say thank you. But
Don't put my picture on your website.
that's happened a lot with some of the state electeds, the candidates running for state
Uh-huh.
that have aligned themselves with other people. You wouldn't believe the people that have come on there and said, nope, not doing it. We have one woman that's running for U.S. Senate against Michael Watley. She's a Republican too. She had aligned herself so far right when she's running for another state office. She lost badly. And now she's jumped back in, going to run for U.S. Senator on the Republican ticket. Well, she's got such a reputation now for her far radical right views that I don't see her going much of anywhere with this one.
I'm trying to think of someone that if I was going to run for office that I would like to have endorse me if they would. And I
Right.
can't think of anybody that I would want them to have to stoop to that level, number one,
Right,
because they're going to be potentially hurt.
right.
Those who come out to support somebody, especially if you're a newcomer, okay, you've got somebody that's in office, has been in office,
Mhm.
and say, let's us kind of team up and let's get together. Why is that other person doing it? To help you or to, strengthen numbers, perhaps? Maybe his numbers or her numbers are not what they should be. Maybe they see that they could be a little bit stronger and maybe
Right.
get your supporters. Do you think they're after helping you? Or do you think they're after trying to get anybody you got supporting you to help them?
Well, this is why.
I'm a suspicious individual.
Well, this is why during a primary, you need to do your own thing. Do
Oh, yeah,
your own
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Get out there, walk the walk, knock on the doors, go to the meet and greets. Do your own thing. After the primary, and if you've made it through the primary, then yes, all of y'all can get together, that or this party or that party, and help each other
If
to
that's
get
what
in
you
there.
want to do, yeah.
Because that's what you need to do. Because whoever passes the primary, like if you have 3 seats, all right, I'm going to use the county commissioner as an example. There's 3 seats that are going up for
Grabs.
grabs. All right, so they're going to take the top 3 Republicans
Yeah,
and the top 3 Democrats, which I think there's only one running. And whoever wins the top 3 in the primary, they go on to the general election.
Mhm.
So if those 3 Republicans want to work together, because you've got 3 seats open, you got 3 Republicans. If you're a Republican,
but
yeah.
But in the primary,
you
it's
need to back
dog
away.
eat dog.
That's right.
And
Primary,
that's
you
the way
better
it
back
is.
away. And you know what, Rayford? I want to see somebody that's going to go out there and run on their own merit, on their own platform, and give it their all. And they're out there to represent everybody.
Yep.
That's what I want to see.
Yep. And you need your own platform. You don't
Yes, you
need to
do.
rely. We had in Carolina Beach had 3 guys who were running, and they ran to unseat the town council that was there before, right?
Oh,
So
drama.
the 3 of them got together and they did it. You know what? They were nicknamed very quickly by the local paper at Carolina Beach, and they caught on. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. They were all the same.
mercy.
When one falls, birds of a feather flock together, y'all.
Oh,
And
that's what everyone will tell you.
When one goes down, they all go down.
I've been told that before. You better watch who you run with. I'm
For-
like,
for
what?
ducks
But
and
I've
for-
never run for office.
For ducks and doves, when you go out there with a shotgun, you only can have a shotgun that can hold 3 rounds in it, 2 rounds in the magazine and 1 in the chamber, no more.
Right. Well, all I've got to say is it's going to be an interesting
if
year.
you-
These midterms are always, people don't get out and vote like they should.
They
You need to
they
vote.
need to do it. You need to do it.
You
because
need to
if
vote.
you don't vote the way you want it to see it done, you may be very disappointed in the outcome.
Especially Onslow County now. You need to get people get out and vote.
They should do it everywhere. I want people to vote. The only way we can get true, honest to goodness feel for the feelings of everybody,
Mhm.
of the masses, is for everybody to vote.
Reminds me
Oh,
too.
Now you had
Reminds
something else
me.
you weren't going to say. I was supposed to remind you, but you didn't tell me what it was, and you've already forgotten.
No, that was about the Walk of Fame.
Oh,
And-
okay.
and one of our listeners said that we should have a Veterans Walk of Fame. I like that.
That will be good.
I like that. But God, I forgot what I was just getting ready to say, so it must not have been important. But yeah, politics. I know what it was. February 9th, the Jacksonville Onslow Chamber of Commerce is having their Meet the Candidates forum. That's where the candidates come in, and like y'all have your Board of Education first candidates,
Mhm.
and then later a couple hours later, you'll have your county commissioners. It'll be at City Hall, February 9th, starts at 9 a.m. I'll post all the information and keep reminding everyone, if you want to go meet these candidates, sit down and listen to what they have to say when they're asked questions, their answers. If not, you can always watch it on G10, and you can also watch it on the Chamber's Facebook
Will
page.
they
But
take
we'll remind
questions
you.
from the audience?
Yeah.
What? I can't ask questions?
Now you might want to call the chamber and say, it's thyroid. I think they will accept questions from the public,
They only have to approve it. They
but
have to approve the
they'll
question.
decide which questions are going to be
Yeah.
asked, because you don't want to come in and saying, I want to know about this guy's traffic ticket he got in 2012 or his
Nah.
DWI or something that happened 25 years ago. Nah, there's a lot of stuff like that. We don't need to know.
Whatever. If
Whatever.
you need to do that. Now we're going to have we have offered
Yes.
and we're going to continue to offer for anyone running for public office in Onslow County for sure. And if you're running for public office in any of the adjoining counties to Onslow County, feel free. Feel free. If you're running
Right.
for a state office, a regional office, or whatever,
Right.
then get in touch with Lee and we'll get you on the air.
Yeah, I've got
Your-
a few in the Board of Education that
Your
I need to get in
appearances
here.
will be free.
for the
If you
primary.
want to buy some advertising, Lee's also selling advertising
Yeah, I'll
for
give you a
future ads.
great price.
And we'll have a great price for you. We got some good opportunities. And for you, those of you, just to put a plug in here too, on Facebook, those ads will show up. We have them that they will
Yes.
be embedded in our postings. And then of course we'll have them on during when we're
Mhm.
on the air or when it's replayed, we will have them on at that
Right,
time.
right.
Because a lot of people look at this show will be looking at it all day long.
Right.
And then, okay, there they come up with it again. But some of the ads that we place will run during other
Right,
things that
right.
we
I
post
mean,
as well.
we'll pump
okay?
it. We'll pump it and we'll
You'll
run
be
it.
pumped. You'll be pumped.
Right.
So get it up there.
Now, we probably won't get any Democrats, Libertarians, or anything
not?
like that before the primary.
Oh, they don't have a primary.
They don't really actually have a primary.
Unless
They don't
got
have
more
to
than-
worry about anything
Unless they
until
got more than three candidates running for a
Right.
county commission.
They don't have to worry about anything till November.
They got it.
So, but we'll still get, still have a few Board of Education members.
Before we hit
Candidates.
weather, going back to Minneapolis,
time again?
the mayor up there, Jacob Frey.
Oh,
Yes,
Jacob.
Wednesday he called for peace amid escalating protests.
A little
I
late.
think he's feeling the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
A sharp shift in his tone. They're writing after he demanded days earlier that the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement folks get the F out of my city. Frey
Yeah.
appeared at a late news conference after an illegal immigrant from Venezuela was shot in the leg after he ambushed a federal agent with a shovel. I'm calling for peace, Frey told reporters. Everybody has a role in achieving that peace, and we're going to try and do everything we can to keep it. Why did you tell the police not to respond to any calls for help from ICE? Why did you tell them not to respond to
Yeah, why?
complaints of this and that and whatever? Why did you do that, Mr.
Yeah,
Mayor?
Jacob,
Did you
why?
make a mistake? Mr. Mayor, did you make a mistake? Why don't you say, listen, I screwed up. I am seeing the light. Fess up, dude. And I might take you for your word. Until you do, your 2-day-old shadow on your face, standing in front of it, looking like one of those characters from what was in Miami Vice that always had a 2 or 3 day growth of beard. You're looking like you're acting like a man, a real honest to goodness grown man. You're not.
Oh my gosh.
You're not. You're punk.
Well, if the mayor and the governor, when all this started, has said, look, we understand you want to protest. We ask for you to do it peacefully
Yep.
and respectfully.
Yeah, what did you do?
That's a whole different thing. But no, you jumped on that bandwagon. We want you to film them. We want you to follow them. We want you to stalk them. We want you to stand with us.
Mhm.
You stand against the federal. I mean, they incited that. They incited
They set it
that.
up. That's all
They
on them.
set that up.
All on them.
Dumb.
Okay, dokie, y'all. Let me get back to us where we are today. Marine forecast first.
Mhm.
It's going to be so-so, and way offshore it's not going to be so-so. It's going to be so don't go. Tuna, the bluefin tuna are there, and hopefully we'll get some decent weather again soon. Bluefin tuna typically, if I was going right now and I was seeking bluefin tuna, I'd probably go off of just go northeast of Morehead City, Beaufort Inlet, and that little barrier islands up there on the south end of the Outer Banks. I would be there within probably 3 to 4 miles of land, and that's what I'd look for because I've been up there, and the bluefin tuna do like to hang out there in January.
Now I'm hungry.
I am too. Some tuna fish. I got a can of it up there. Not the same. Not the same.
I'll go get the crackers.
Today, northwesterly winds 15 to 20 knots, gust to 25, becoming southwesterly this afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet, 6 seconds apart. Sounds and rivers are going to be kind of choppy tomorrow. Southwesterly winds 15 to 20 again, gust to 25, seas 3 to 5 again. Sounds and rivers choppy. Sunday, northerly winds 10 to 15, increasing to 15 to 20 out of the northwest in the afternoon on Sunday. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Sounds and rivers moderate chop, increasing to choppy in the afternoon.
Today, sunny with a high near 48. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 31. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 66. Sunday, rain late afternoon, then possibly mixed with snow, high near 43. Chance of precipitation is at 90% right now. Sunday night, a slight chance of rain and snow early evening, and then a slight chance of snow later through the night, partly cloudy with a low of 22. Martin Luther King Day, Monday.
Yes.
Sunny
Yes.
with a high near 50. And we will also be here that day.
Yeah, we'll be here.
We have a guest coming in,
We do.
a candidate that's running for Onslow County Commissioner.
There you go. Okay. During the weather, we talked about all the ham radio guys out there that call in, give us weather reports from their locations all over Onslow County, and a couple from, one right now from Carteret County. And it's fun to do, but it's also provides you a service. I'm not the only one to do this, by the way.
Right.
I got an email this morning after I checked into the New England WeatherNet,
Oh,
where
okay.
I told you I got the 24-degree reading from Boston. I
Right.
didn't have time to hang around much, so because I was in the middle of everything else that was going on. But this young man, his name is Henry. He's call sign is Kilo 1 Whiskey Charlie K1 WCC. He's in East Falmouth, Massachusetts. Well, Henry writes me this morning. He says, kind of like copy this morning on the New England WeatherNet, but you got through up here to Cape Cod.
Wow.
We have stations from Florida to New Brunswick. Report every morning except Sunday. This net has been on the air continuously since 1955. Initially,
Older than me.
Initially, the net was used by a weather forecaster named Don Kent at WBZ Radio in Boston as a source for New England weather information in his morning broadcast, and he mentioned the net often on the air.
Mm-hmm.
He tuned in, he listened to it, and that was his source of information.
That's pretty neat.
So, I mean, this is nothing new. We do it around the locals area here, but I think it's great. I'll have to send Henry a thank you note as soon as we get off the air this
That's
morning.
very
So
nice.
I'm not the first to do this. 1955, I was 7 years old.
Wow.
That's good. That's pretty cool.
It's before my time, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. I enjoy hearing people from other states chime in the morning and with their weather, and it's pretty fascinating.
I love our
Pretty
guys around here,
fascinating.
the Onslow Amateur Radio Club. And Goy, while we got a second here, you heard our senator, who is also an amateur radio operator.
Yes, he
He's
is.
a licensed ham.
Yes, he is.
So he's going to show up at the Onslow Amateur Radio Club, the field day operations, a nationwide deal. We'll also talk to
Next
people in other
weekend.
countries. It's not this weekend, it's the following weekend, 24th,
goodness.
25th. And we start setting up about 8 o'clock in the morning. The first crews will
Yes.
arrive. That will be me and a couple of others. And we'll start setting up antennas, putting equipment in place. And last night we're on the net. We made sure we had at least 4 operating transmitters, transceivers are going to be operating, and we could have more. We will try to maintain 4 around the clock for up to 30 hours. And we may have to shut down in the middle of the night sometime, but we do have at least one person that wants to stay all night.
Yeah, it needs
And-
6 hours continuous at least for those
Oh,
extra bonus points.
We'll have 6 hours.
Yes.
My God, we'll have we start setting up by 8. By 11 o'clock, we got stuff set up and ready to rock and roll.
11
And by
a.m., that's
11
right.
o'clock, we go on the
Mhm.
air from 4 different radio transmitting stations.
Be
And we
fun.
will be talking to as many people as we can to earn points to see how good we do. Now,
Right.
it's great fun. It's very competitive. But it also demonstrates that we can, for an extended period of time
Mm-hmm.
and in an emergency situation, we can go to some location and set up antennas and set up radios. We drag them out of our houses. We drag them from our cars. I mean, there's one, two, got another one out there on one bands, the HF bands they call it. And then I've got 1, 2,
I have 5 radios.
VHF, HF, VHF radio, VHF and UHF radios over there, ham radio channels, and I've got 1, 2, 3 handhelds here. I've got another two handhelds over there, at least one handheld up there, all on ham bands.
Right, right.
Okay.
Well, it's important to note and let people know
Yep.
too that if something happened here in Also County and the communications were lost with our 911 center, with our law enforcement, with our, emergency operations center, this club is the backup to that.
Yeah.
And how I wish I had had one when I was in the mountains a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
you could have been talking. Now, one of the things too,
Trapped.
the then police chief, the public safety director, who was Mike Yanero,
You're right.
a couple of years ago, he came out to one of these events, the field day event, and he said, "Listen, we have our own 911 center here. We have our own emergency operations center
Right.
for the police department, and of course, the county has one out there for all the other police departments and the county sheriff's office, and they have the big one too, right?"
Right.
So they have that operation going. The city has this operation going. During Hurricane Florence, the two systems could not talk to each other. They lost
Right.
the backhaul, what they call the
Exactly.
backhaul communications.
Yes.
Phones were down, cell phones were down, things were not working. So he said, what are the chances that your club could put in a station at the PD like you have over the EOC?
Mhm.
I said, 100%. And we did. We have it now.
Right.
We use it every time there's a parade or anything central that we want to use. We use that system as our emergency operations, our system for parade traffic control. We don't control traffic. We just monitor what's going on, and we can report back.
Right.
And it will go immediately over to the dispatchers at the police
Mhm.
department, fire department. They can then dispatch a vehicle to wherever we are.
Right.
They can't have a cop every 50 feet or 100 feet. Even having one on every block and seeing everything that's happening is kind of hard to do. So we add manpower to their operation in the form of communications only. We don't direct traffic. So that's the way that works. And we do it for any number of other events as well.
Oops, hit
So
the
if you
wrong
guys
one.
want to come out, here's the point here. If you want to come out and see how all this mess works, and perhaps you have had an interest in it at some point in time, maybe you're one of those, shall we call them preppers? There are preppers out there that have ham licenses that are making sure they have emergency ham communications equipment operational, and you have to be licensed to use it in case everything goes to pot, like it did in the mountains of North Carolina a little over a year ago when you were stuck there. Couldn't talk to anybody. Cell
Couldn't
phones.
talk to
cell-
anybody.
cell
That was the
phones-
worst
Cell
part.
phones dead. You couldn't talk to
OnStar
anybody.
wouldn't work.
So things happen, y'all.
I know, it
So-
was terrible.
When it all goes down, we'll do this. If you ever want to look up some history, go back and look up YouTube channels, ham radio in World War II. There's a program about it. It also started in World War One. So
You never know. We may be back to using Morse code again one day to communicate.
they use
not
it now.
doing it.
If
I'm
you
not
if
doing
you
it.
want to make sure you get it done,
I'm not doing it.
Morse code travels through thick and thin better than voice does, and it's not as misunderstood as voice is. Okay, enough of all of that.
Yeah. You know what? We didn't even talk about the
Yes.
visitors we had yesterday in Onslow County. A lot of federal agents were on the
We did.
scene.
We did.
And I heard it was DEA and I don't know who else, but oh man, the rumors were running rampant yesterday. It's ice.
Yeah,
It's
no,
ice.
it wasn't.
My
Why
understanding.
were they there?
I don't know what you heard. What I heard was it was some coordinated in advance drug bust. I don't know. Cleaning up the county. But yeah, because yesterday morning we started getting a lot of messages like, what's
Yeah, we
going
did.
on here? What's going on there?
Yeah, we did.
We're like, we don't know.
They had a lot of feds in the area.
Yes. But you know what, Rayford? We all made it through the day. We all went home, had dinner, went to bed. You know, I mean, we're all good. There's no need to protest.
It's no, yeah, I didn't hear about any protests.
No,
So-
no.
Just came in, did the thing, and done good. And according to WITN, Onslow County Staffing Agency President accused of embezzling $500,000
What?
in state taxes. The Department of Revenue says
Oh, yeah.
it charged 49-year-old Jimmy John Brinkley with 3 counts of embezzlement of state property.
Yeah, that's one we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, the Swansboro man, president of Select Staffing
Good.
and Labor of NC. I did not know it.
You have
That-
more
that's
information.
A lot of money.
Good,
That's
good.
a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
money.
a lot of money.
$500,000.
That's one thing you don't mess with.
$511,701 from 2021 to 2023.
That's sad.
He's placed in the Wake County jailhouse under a $50,000 secured bond.
Wasn't he supposed to go? Didn't they say? I don't know. You have more information on it today. Didn't they say something? He's supposed to appear in Superior Court in Wake County. I think Monday. Did it say there? I know he's got an appearance
Yeah,
next week.
I don't know when he's going to show up in
You
court.
employers, you need to pay those taxes. You're taking them out of the people's paychecks.
If you
You need to
don't
pay 'em.
forward those taxes that you take out of people's paychecks,
It will catch
I
up.
don't know. This guy's totally innocent, of course, but
That's
this is a weird charge: embezzling state taxes, embezzling because that money wasn't his.
No.
That money he was holding, so he collected it. He collected it, and he did not forward it to the state. So therefore, he did embezzle. If this is true, that's the way the state looks at it.
I'm not
State
familiar with
Department
this
of Revenue.
business.
3 counts of embezzlement of state property,
Yeah.
$500,000.
Well,
That's not good. We know
you talk about that. Go back to Minnesota. The attorney general there on Wednesday charged a Minneapolis man with more than $3 million in Medicaid fraud tied to a state licensed home health agency.
they're
He was Mohammed Omar Exit was charged with 8 counts of felony theft by false representation after prosecutors said he used his company, Guardian Home Health Services, to bill Minnesota's Medicaid program for services that were never provided or were ineligible for reimbursement from 2020 to 2024. This is the problem that has been unearthed to the max this past year.
Yep.
Is the money that the state government, the federal government has been paying out to all these nonprofits and all these other health companies and were frauded. Yeah, that's our money too.
on this date, back in the year 1919, the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Do you know what that was?
And not off the top of my head.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Prohibited the manufacture, sale, or transportation of intoxicating liquors for beverage purposes.
Oh.
Ratified by the requisite number of states on January 16th, 1919. The movement for the prohibition of alcohol began in the early 19th century, in the 1800s, early in the 1800s. Can you imagine that? When Americans concerned about the adverse effects of drinking began forming temperance societies. Remember reading about those temperance societies? They were campaigning on the state level first, calling for total national abstinence In December 1917, the 18th Amendment, also known as the Prohibition Amendment, was passed by Congress and was sent to the states for ratification. Once you've got it, it's tough to take stuff away. I'm telling you. That's one of the
Absolutely,
problems that the naysayers out there, people don't like guns. We've got them. Try to take them away. Not a good thing. It's not going to be a good thing if they continue trying. And that's the reason the federal government will never do that. 9 months after Prohibition's ratification, Congress passed the Volstead Act, or National Prohibition Act, over President Woodrow Wilson's veto. The Volstead Act provided for the enforcement of prohibition, including the creation of a special unit of the Treasury Department. 1 year and a day after its ratification, prohibition went into effect. That was January 17th, 1920, and the nation
Wow.
became officially dry.
Wow.
And as a result of that, along comes the big gangs, the gangsters era of bootlegging. Man, they were making bootleg liquor and selling it in speakeasies. You remember those things, speakeasies?
I remember.
Where you had to have a special knock, or you had to be known to get into this speakeasy club.
Oh,
They
no,
had
I
all
wasn't
sorts of stuff.
thinking that, no.
They were really high class looking places. The women dressed to nines, and only special people were allowed in to drink and to
Like the
gamble and to do
Driftwood?
whatever. Yeah.
Driftwood. Oh, that's not even there anymore, is it? Is the Driftwood still open?
Was there something there? I don't know if it's called the Driftwood or
I think
what.
it's a different type club now. Remember that used to be the hot spot for all the young Marines coming off base.
Was it? Well, it was
All I had
close.
to just walk across the street.
Walk across the bridge. Got to walk across the bridge. But that was a hot place. Great location.
That was a hot place.
Great location. What else is cooking around here?
What else is cooking
the
around
Persian
here?
Gulf War began on this date.
Oh my gosh, really?
1991, Gaddafi becomes the premier of Libya. 1970, till he went away.
I just pray we don't have any wars cropping up around the corner here.
Jazz came to Carnegie Hall for the first time on this date, 1938. Benny Goodman. Benny Goodman.
Benny Goodman. Big
Yeah.
band era. Wasn't that the big
Yes, that
band
was
era?
it. Let's see. Moon maniac killer is executed. Moon maniac. I don't remember that story.
Oh man, here's another big brawl at a basketball game. Remember we talked yesterday about a women getting into a fight and pulling each other's hair?
Uh-huh.
This is another one. Oh my
goody,
gosh,
goody,
it's a
goody.
bunch of guys. They're just like
They pulling
pushing
each
and
other's
shoving.
hair?
What is wrong with people?
Oh.
Oh man. You know, if you get that frustrated, get up and leave. Get out of the building. My gosh.
You know-
Great example for the kids. Great example.
Up there in Forsyth County, this is a weird one. I did not even know this was still going on. You heard of dog fighting, right?
Oh gosh,
organized dog
please don't
fight.
tell me.
No. This is chicken fighting.
No.
Cockfighting ring. Yeah. In Forsyth County Sheriff's Office, Animal Services Division said it is investigating one of the largest organized cockfighting rings ever discovered in
Oh, my
Forsyth
goodness.
County. This week, deputies said they responded to an animal welfare check at a home in Winston-Salem. Whoa.
Wow.
When they arrived, deputies said they found hundreds of cages filled with roosters. After searching the area, officials said they found 1 kilogram of cocaine, multiple guns, and cash.
Wow.
Deputies said 6 people are facing charges. How about that? I did not know that was even a thing now. Even had a minor involved, was charged with 1 count of felony cockfighting, resisting a public officer. Oh, don't do that, people. When the man with the gun and the badge comes, you just going to add to your grief if you start resisting arrest.
Here's a twist on that, Rayford. You're talking about don't resist officers. The arrest of 3 restaurant workers in Wilmore, Minnesota just this week, coming just hours after immigration and custom enforcement agencies reportedly dined in their establishment, has been widely condemned on social media as depraved and diabolical. The Minnesota Star Tribune cited witnesses that said 4 ICE agents sat down to eat lunch at the family-owned restaurant around 3 p.m. on Wednesday. Staff appeared frightened, per the witness. After the business closed at 8:30 p.m., the agents reportedly followed the departing workers and detained 3 of them.
No.
Oh, my gosh. Now, I don't know if this story is true or not, but, hey, let's have lunch before we arrest them.
You got your real ID?
No. Next year, when I have to renew my driver's license.
Don't go flying this year then.
Why? Because I know TSA is now charging an extra $45.
$45 is the why.
What is up with that?
I don't know.
Why?
Because you don't have a real ID. Your North Carolina driver's license is not sufficient.
Any way that they
Why?
can
Because they've found a lot of fictitious driver's licenses that were issued to illegals.
Not new.
I know that. But they have given everybody the opportunity to get their real IDs. You didn't have to wait for a renewal.
So we're being punished now.
Yeah. I got a passport. Even if I didn't have a real ID, I got a passport.
Oh, man. No, I don't have a passport. I've never left a country, and I don't have a real ID because I thought my flying days are over, and I'm pretty sure they might be. But then again, never say never.
Carry $45.
Yes, I'm just waiting
I
for
imagine that'd be a round trip. You have to pay $90.
I'm waiting for my concealed weapons permit. I mean, hello.
You've applied for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it
expires today.
But it's good. As long as you got a copy work of your application, it's good until they get it to you.
Well, I don't think I'll need it this weekend. I'm sure they'll get it up and
it's when you don't need it that you will likely.
I don't plan on going anywhere this weekend. I'm staying home.
It's all right. You can carry it concealed at home. Just walking around with your gun on.
Oh wow! Did you hear about this new criminal scheme that was part of the NCAA division men's basketball games? It's just coming out. But federal prosecutors in Pennsylvania announced Thursday that at least 26 people were indicted in an alleged transactional. Yes.
Current and former.
Yes. And oh yeah, prosecutors say the participants bribe CBA, which is Chinese Basketball Association, players to underperform and help ensure their team failed to cover the spread in certain games. Oh yeah, they've got some North Carolina players been charged with this. They're former players or what? The whole story is just now starting to come out. But it says that the defendants that have been charged so far aided and abetted the carrying into effect, the attempt to carry into effect, and the conspiracy to carry into effect. What a scheme in commerce to influence bribery. And it said that with the defendants engaging in different aspects of this scheme with knowledge that the purpose of this scheme was to influence in some way those contests by bribery. I mean, it's even reached North Carolina. Former NBA player Antonio Blakeney is among those charged. He was an McDonald's All-American in 2015 and attended LSU for 2 seasons. Anyway, a lot of stuff coming out. They showed a player this morning from UNC. I don't know if he was a former player. I didn't stay and watch the news story, but it's spreading. And hey, can we blame some of our losses on that? Like, they threw it on purpose? Can we replay? I don't know, but it's going to be very interesting to see what all comes out of this, being paid lots of money to throw a game. Oh my gosh. I don't know, Rafe. Are you going to spend $120 for a ticket to go watch a game and then find out it was thrown on purpose?
Nope.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Chris Miller about that. Wow, here's a story, sad right here. This is from Law and Crime. Late working dad eating in his car to avoid waking his sleeping family is shot and killed outside a donut shop after finishing his shift.
God.
How so sad is that? Oh, of course, it was in California. Wow. Man, I'm telling you, stay home.
There's a reporter. Her name is Rebecca Grant. She works for Fox News. She's written an opinion piece, an editorial, her own opinion.
Okay.
This is an opinion.
All right.
And she starts out quoting Trump and saying the United States, according to Trump, needs Greenland for the purpose of national security. It is vital for the Golden Dome that we are building. Trump had posted that earlier, right?
Right.
And she says Trump is right. This is her opinion. If you take a look at a globe and look down from the North Pole or check out the official Pentagon map, you will see that Greenland is pivotal to the Arctic front. Greenland's eastern coast guards the Greenland, Iceland, United Kingdom. This is the entire gate. This is the entry gate to the Atlantic for both Russian President Putin's nuclear-armed submarines. Greenland hosts important early warning radar sites because its field of view covers so much of the bomber and missile flight routes from Russia and China. No Greenland, no Golden Dome missile shield. That's why Trump lit a bonfire under Denmark and NATO to spur much needed progress to counter aggressive moves by Russia and China. I agree. He also is looking at this place for prime real estate because of what they call critical minerals mining that are going on there. I don't know about that. Now, if this Golden Dome, as he's calling it, it's critical to have this for NATO, not just the United States, but NATO, all of NATO, because this would be a critical place. If Russia or China were to take it over, it matters again not what kind of treaties they have, right?
Right.
I don't know whether Russia or China would be nice in taking it over, like the United States supposedly wants to buy it. I don't know that Russia or China would buy it.
Right.
I think they would probably aggressively take it over. That's the way that I see that.
It's our partner in crime.
So this would be a sort of a harsh thing if they took it over, because you know bloody well, regardless of treaties, they would no longer stand. It's kind of like me buying a business, and there's very little in a business. Whatever deals were made in the past are not deals anymore, right?
Right.
That happens. That includes employees. So if they take it over, then we're gone. Our
Right.
bases are gone. And there will be no Golden Dome except what Russia or China would want to put
come
there
out of all this.
for their benefit. So
Just don't know.
that's what it is. Oh my goodness gracious. Hey, Chris, how's our girl?
Hey.
On the phone right now with one of her doctors, giving a progress report on how I'm doing being a nurse.
Oh.
That's what I said. Oh, well.
Do you have that cute little hat and stuff to wear?
No, I kind of ditched all that and went with the male nurse look.
Okay.
Jeans, just jeans. Yeah.
Just jeans.
Hey. Okay.
Just jeans, taking you back to your old days and your old career.
Okay.
Thank you, Rayford. Okay, both of you.
Okay. God, I think I just broke my leg.
You know, you just, the way you treat patients is you just have them thinking of something else while you're treating them, so they don't concentrate on you treating them.
You know, a double dose of sleeping pills works.
Okay.
That keeps them asleep for a long time, and you don't have to worry about it.
Double dose.
That's good. That's a good point. No, I can't do that to her.
Not an overdose, just a double dose. She sleeps
Oh,
while
double
away.
You're not helping.
Yes, I am helping Chris.
No.
Thanks, Rayford. Hey, guys got to stick together.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me text Kathy right now.
Okay.
I just turned on the machine that blocks all cell phone calls out.
Speaking of sticking together, for all our friends of Reese honoring our fallen veterans tomorrow at 9:00.
Yep.
That may be a little chilly.
We're
going to be, yeah, okay, because it's going to be cold. We're going to be retiring the wreaths that we laid December 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And so if anybody has 45 minutes to an hour that they can come out to Alms Memorial Park, help us pick up the wreaths. And we do have a couple of trucks that have volunteered, but if anyone wants to take the wreaths with them for beach renourishment, they're good for that, minus the metal pieces and the ribbon. If you want to take it and feed goats, feel free to drop them off at your favorite goat farm. But we're actually just looking for some bodies out there. We do have some young ROTC people coming out from Camp
Nice.
Lejeune.
That's good.
Nice.
And we have Knights of Columbus gentlemen coming out to help out.
Wonderful.
And anybody else that can come out there, because they do have some funerals tomorrow, and we have to be out of there by 10.
Oh,
So
okay.
what time?
9 o'clock.
Yeah, we're starting at 9. We'll be there about 8:15, 8:30, but we start at 9.
All right.
Yeah, and unfortunately or fortunately, I look at it fortunately when people pass on. You don't have to deal with this world we're in now.
Yeah.
But there's three, but we have to be out of there by 10, so they can prepare for the funeral ceremonies. But yeah, we're just doing a great job with re-honoring our fallen veterans. Our official media sponsors for calling it what it is the people that let people in live and local real talk does, and that is let people in Jacksonville know what's going on with the good, mostly all good, but sometimes we have to talk about things not so good. But of course, this program is our official sponsor for re-honoring our fallen veterans, and this is how we get the word out.
Well, we
Yes.
try. We want to, and the people turn out very well this year or last year. Now, now we're working for this year. We got till December,
are.
y'all. Let's get your stuff together, and we'll talk more about it when Chris gets back in here too. So,
And I'm looking forward to coming in. Hopefully, good Lord works everything. I'll be in on Monday, and do want to let people know we are accepting donations now. Just got a check in yesterday from a couple from Arlington, not Arlington, from Arlington, Virginia. They sent us some money for the Onslow Memorial Park. So checks are welcome, donations are welcome. Go to our website. Go to Live and Local Real Talk. It's on our page there too, and we appreciate all the help as always.
okay.
Right.
Chris, thank you.
Thanks.
Go give the girl a hug.
Yes.
I'm going to do it. It's from both of you, and I'll put my outfit back on
There.
for her. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
Take it off.
This might be why. This might be why Kathy falls a lot. You know.
That could be.
This very well could be all planned.
I think she's been chasing him and slipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You heard it here first.
That's it, Rayford. I'm sticking it. Okay.
Thank you. Take care, Chris.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm trying to get that information out here. So,
Some tragic stuff down in Florida. Iverness. You ever heard of Iverness, Florida?
no.
It's about 70 miles or so, I think, from Tampa, somewhere down that neck of the woods. Anyway, 2 kids, both of them 14. George Watts and Derek Hubbard, 2 teenagers. They were digging a hole and a tunnel in a sand pit near the Sportsman's Park in
golf
Iverness.
course or something. Yeah.
I don't know what Sportsman's Park is.
Yeah.
They're kids. Their coach and mentor is Corey Edwards. They were just kids doing what we try to tell kids to do: get outside and play.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, their parents became worried when neither of the children answered their cell phones during lunchtime.
Right.
They went looking for them. Their parents located the boys' bicycles and shoes by the sand pit and called for help and started digging. First responders got there. They found one of the boys. He did not have a pulse and was transported to a hospital, pronounced dead. The other boy, located with a pulse but was unconscious and not breathing when he was pulled from the sand, he was transported to a hospital and later flown to Gainesville in critical condition. He was pronounced dead 2 days later.
I started to read that story and I couldn't read the whole thing because I couldn't. So
2 14-year-olds.
yeah, it's sad. I'm sure there's a lot of questions surrounding about how they got in there and
Well, they were in there digging, and they were, just told to do things, and they rode their bikes over there, and they dug a hole. I mean, we used to
having
dig,
fun.
we used to dig
being
holes in the
kids.
sand around here,
yeah.
but they dug a tunnel,
We did a lot of things we
and
shouldn't have done.
the tunnel when you
Right.
collapsed.
Right. Oh, so sad. So sad. Well, Rayford, I think we need to start a GoFundMe. Don't we need to?
For me,
Yeah. Well, we need to start one for the station here. Maybe buy an FM antenna or something like that. But GoFundMe. The woman that was shot by the ICE officer, there was a GoFundMe account started for her wife and kids. And it has reached, they raised $1.5 million before it was closed.
mm-hmm.
And the officer that was hit by her car, there was a GoFundMe set up in response to her GoFundMe account. And he's let me see, I think he says Justin say exactly how much his GoFundMe has reached, but it was nowhere near the million. Now, remember the story about the guy that was at the Ford plant and heckled the president?
Yeah, he got suspended.
He got suspended, and now people have set up a GoFundMe account for him because he got suspended for doing something he shouldn't have been doing, regardless of how he felt.
I've got a plan.
They're targeting $800,000. One GoFundMe has already raised $480,925, and there's another GoFundMe that has raised $330,085. So total money, $811,000 has been raised for him.
Donald, come to Onslow County. I'm going to flip you off. I'm going to call you or whatever, and you can and tell me to do whatever, and then I will start my GoFundMe account. I need the money.
Well, Chris has been wanting to hit him with a club for quite a while now. So,
Chris, just take your club and act like you're going to hit him.
I'm just saying, Rayford.
We'll get enough money to get you out of jail at least.
So this guy, Sabula, whatever his name was, is going to be Sabula, rewarded and become very rich for flipping off the president, which, look, I take it he doesn't like Trump. Okay, but it's disrespectful to do what he did, and now he's getting rewarded for it.
They called him, what was it, a supporter of a child predator or whatever it was. Yeah, child rapist.
Pedophile. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the fundraiser for the ICE officer has reached $744,000.
Oh, that's
so
decent.
He's... What can we do to put up a GoFundMe?
Well, forget the GoFundMe. How about a GoFlogMe account? And I will set up some. I'll write up some maybe people that you would like to see flogged. Not that we'll ever do it, but just make the list. How much could we set up an account like that for? Make a contribution to. That would be our contribution. We could flog them on the air.
Right.
We could flog them on the air. What do you think? I wonder how much we would get.
Well, here's one they need to set up.
We need some nominees of people you would like to see flogged. Send us an email.
Wow.
Tell me how many people you would like to see flogged, and let's see if we can't set up a GoFundMe account for that. Go flog me.
I just want to set up a GoFundMe and raise money so we can.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They can send us money.
Purchase that we'd like to make.
They could send us money. All we need is about $400,000 to do that.
I'm trying to think how much. Okay, we'll have to talk about this.
Yeah.
I mean, seems like all you have to do is go out and flip somebody off and become a millionaire.
You got to flip the right person off.
Yeah.
Okay,
man.
and get on camera when you're doing it. I'll carry the camera.
It'd be my luck. They'd throw the cuffs on me right away for some reason. And I'm beginning.
Well, we get to use part of the money to get you out of jail.
Well,
cops they always get bad raps.
Yes.
From so many people, certain elements of society.
Right.
New York PD guys, they really get a lot. They've always gotten a bad rap. Not so much lately. They seem to have either their acts have been cleaned up or people are saying, what they did, it ain't that dang bad, is it? Well, 3 New York PD cops heroically rescued a teenage girl from drowning in the freezing waters of the Harlem River Tuesday. They heard her screaming for help. Body cam video released by the PD shows the officers calling out to the girl asking if she could swim, and she struggled in the frigid water. Oh my goodness, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. How did she get there? I haven't seen that yet. The video also captures one officer removing his jacket and leaping into the river. There's a still frame picture of that. He is just diving feet first into the river.
Wow.
And swam as hard as he could to reach the girl, who was about 20 feet from shore. Oh, my Lord of mercy. Another cop is seen carefully making his way along a narrow concrete ledge, ready to help the officer in the water and pull the girl to safety.
Excuse me.
Shouts of "help her up" could be heard as the rescuers work together to lift the girl from the water. My goodness gracious.
No.
They all from the 32nd precinct in uptown Manhattan. Good for them. Absolutely good for them. They are real, honest to goodness, current heroes.
Well. I certainly wonder what this weekend is going to bring.
Don't you do it.
I'm not saying the word, but I'm just saying.
Don't you do it.
Is he going to invoke the Insurrection Act? Is that going to be one thing?
I don't think it's going to come to that.
Are we going to go to Greenland and start fighting with our adversaries?
We're not going to be fighting there. We if anything, we'll buy the place. If we raise enough money, they will sell it. That's just the way it is in this world.
Oh, wow.
What kind of offers would they make to Denmark to be able to buy Greenland? Don't know.
What is
and
going
can
on?
the people in Greenland petition to become a part of the United States? I don't know how that works.
I don't know, but
Could it become a possession like Guam, like Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands?
right.
We have so many possessions out there floating everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, Hawaii was a possession. Alaska was a possession.
I don't know, Rayford. I don't know. I do want to, about a month ago, we were talking about new laws that went into effect on January 1st in the state of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And we read a list of laws that were posted by different media outlets. And one of them was about you're not allowed to use your cell phone while driving. Everything has to be hands-free. And I'm like, I don't remember that one. So I went and looked up the legislation on it. And it showed that that was still in committee and had been there. So I asked one of our House representatives that we ran into, and he didn't know. So this past week, we were at a function, and our state senator was there. So I asked him, and he said, no, it's not been passed into law. It was in some type of committee, as usual, and it has sat there. And but no, there is no law against you holding your phone and talking while driving, except on base. Don't go on base with it like that. But a lot of news outlets that were North Carolina news outlets were putting out that they had passed a law that it was illegal, and I'm like, I don't think so.
If they can prove in a court of law,
Right,
under a different statute, that your attention, you were distracted, they can do that with the cell phone, with the text messaging, of course. But if they can prove that while you were holding your cell phone, you became totally distracted and you had a wreck,
right,
and they can charge you with distracted driving. But they can do that if you're putting on your makeup,
yep.
if you're scratching your butt, if you're
Swatting at a spider crawling up your leg.
that.
I will work.
How about a bee flying into your car in
Yes.
the summertime when you got the windows down? Or one that has been in there that wakes up while you're
Yes.
driving down the road.
Yes,
Well, some of us are allergic to bee stings.
that's right. Panic.
So what do? I'll probably get stung, but I'm gonna kill the sucker anyway. I'll
Even
probably,
if it means taking out a telephone pole.
I probably won't shoot him because
Right.
I'll just end up stopping the car and killing him. But I've swatted several things,
Right.
not people, while driving. Well, actually one, but I wasn't driving. I was the passenger, and I had to swat one. and I cured his sinus problems.
Well, one of
Forever.
the news outlets, and I believe it was Channel 12, had a news story out this morning, and if I can get it fast enough, I'll tell you where it's from, but showed a lady that had lost control of her vehicle and ran into the, what's the overhead outside the, God, what do they call it?
Sky.
No, you have like before you go into the door, you've got an overhead archway, like
Okay, yeah, I got
that's
it.
covered. She ran into that because she got choking on a French fry in the parking lot in her vehicle while driving.
Why didn't she stop? There's a thing called a brake just to the left of the accelerator.
She probably, I would imagine, probably think about it. She was choking on the French fry. Her foot probably came off the brake, hit the gas, and
I don't know. I've just had so much that my foot's and I will lock a car down with my foot on the brake. I have on many occasions.
Yes.
Not yet, but I can lock one down.
Right.
So,
Well,
okay. Monday we've got a
candidate coming in that's running for county
he's one of those
commissioner.
Republicans.
Yes. and
Okay.
He's
And
been,
he's not. This is not new for him.
no, he was a commissioner before.
He was a commissioner before, and
Right.
Walter Scott's going to be joining us at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
8 o'clock.
8
Monday.
o'clock.
Okay. So he's going to be joining us at 8 o'clock on Monday.
Yes.
If you have questions, we'll ask him if he wants to respond to your questions. We always do that. We give them the option. We don't
Right,
just assume that
exactly.
whatever. So because some people take up so much time that it kind of intrudes on their time.
Exactly.
So
we also have next week coming in one day, not confirmed which day it is yet, the CEO, president of the Carolina Museum of the Marine for
Yay.
updates, because if
Oh.
you've not been out there lately, and
Things-
you can watch it on webcam too. They
things
have a
are
24
happening.
Things are happening. And then we also have a master gardener, Carol Town, that will be in with us next week to talk to us and kind of let us know what we need
spring,
to
y'all, is coming on.
It's time to start
strong.
getting ready for
Yes.
spring gardening. And
And right now, you can do some winter gardening with some garden peas. You
she's
put them in the
also,
ground.
yeah, good idea. She also is going to tell us about a lot of things that are happening, upcoming to celebrate our 250th year.
Yeah.
In the country here,
Yeah.
and Onslow County's got a lot of stuff planned. So stick with us next
Yeah.
week. A
We
lot of
also have our congressman
guests.
next
Yes.
week. We had him. His normal schedule was this week, Tuesday,
Right.
but unfortunately, he had had
a
surgery.
little pituitary gland
Not
thing,
on
or
somebody
whatever.
else, because we
Yeah.
know he does surgery on other people, but he didn't do it on
He's
himself,
doing-
so he couldn't be here on Tuesday.
Right.
So he's coming in next Thursday.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. He'll be calling in.
He's calling it.
Yes.
Coming in by audio.
If he wants to come in, we'll just let him have the whole show.
We can do that. Okay, dokie. That's about it for us,
That's
and
it.
we will
That's
see
it
you on
for
Monday
today.
morning. Have
Be
a great
safe.
weekend. Be safe, and
Watch the weather.
goodness sakes, yeah, keep your eye on the weather. And if there's anything developing, I'll post updates.
Right.
And if for any reason we get any weird, strange weather stuff happening out there,
Mhm.
send us. You don't have to post it on our
Send us
site, but just send
pictures.
us pictures.
Right.
Send us pictures of them. If it's especially if it's weather related, you get some pretty pictures. Send us a pretty picture, or so we'll post them. Okay. The best way to do that is just send it to your email or my email or whatever email. I will reserve the rights to edit any pictures coming in for either better better not content, but for better composition. And if it's missing a little contrast or it's kind of flat or whatever, I tend to throw it in Photoshop. and
No
fix it.
AI involved.
No, we don't do AI.
No.
I'm not artificial.
Right.
I are not artificial.
You are
I
who
are a
you
real
are.
person.
That's
I
right.
are not a robot. You're live and local real talk, where we're
Awake.
barely awake right now. I
Mhm.
got me a new chair. I'm gonna go sleep in it.
I don't blame you.
And we're not woke. We'll see you
All right.
Monday. Have
Bye.
a great weekend and stay safe.
Mhm.